I should be live.
Stay until the end of the live. All right, Frankie. Thank you. Hang in there. What's going on, Sharon?
I should be live now. I'm on. This is a consideration to get. I want to meet my friend. And we're trying to work it.
Okay. All right. Brandon is still trying to work on something. I'm watching him on his live.
Try again. It should be live.
Here we go. Brandon's got his live going. And he's trying to fix it so we can get in there. That's not the live.
I should be live.
Sorry, Brandon, what's the no for? What happened? What happened?
I should be live now.
You can't get that to work, Brandon?
Everybody sitting here
You should be live now.
should be. I've got one participant searching for the. You're here! Hello! I gotta mute you on my phone. I got you on my phone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Where's your live at? Let's go live for a few.
You're here. You say, hey, Brandon, are you here? This is a test. Hello.
Okay, you should be live now.
I'm live.
It is live.
Can you see me? Hello. Hello.
You are live, Brandon.
Can you hear me?
It's the,
Can you see me? Can you see me?
all right, Brandon, I see you're live.
Awesome.
Brandon,
Can you hear me? Awesome. Can you hear? Can you hear me? You can hear me. You can hear me?
can you still see me on my live?
I see you on my live on my phone.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
Okay, wait a minute.
this is cool.
I'm gonna let y'all see Brandon on his live. This is Brandon.
I see you on my live on my phone.
Okay, hey, guess what? I got you on my live.
Hey, this technology for us old men is pretty cool, don't you think?
Oh shoot. Okay, we have way too much fun here.
Yeah, but get on. Where are you at? If you can hit the join the group, we can actually
Frankie, it's Brandon. Yes.
be in the same. Hello, Carmen. Phoenix, hey. I'm trying to teach Phoenix, who's a great content creator.
I don't see nowhere where it says join the group on this thing.
Well, how are you here? That's one thing I don't.
This is crazy, guys.
You're here. You get to you see what's going on, right? Oh, I know. I exactly know why.
Oh, yeah, go
I have not hit the invite button yet. I'm sorry. Here you go. Shit, there's an echo. All right. I'm going to paste a link. I'm going to paste a link inside the chat. Look into the chat.
This could be a disaster or it could be great.
No, this is fun. This is fun. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. In the chat, I just pasted a link. No, look into the chat and you'll see a link button. And once you hit that, that'll redirect you to somewhere that will, you'll lose your current live, I believe. I believe it'll shut your live off that you're currently at right now.
Okay, I'm going to try something here. Okay.
I've got two devices at the same time. That's why I know this. I've got my I did it on my laptop and I've got my phone.
Are you on this live?
What's that?
Oh my gosh, we got so much going on.
Wait, I got Phoenix. I got my friend. Oh, I got Henry right there.
Oh no.
Phoenix, I'm sorry. I'm going to add Henry first.
Oh no. My camera hasn't come on.
No, you can click. You can turn your camera on and off. That's
Okay,
fine.
this is going crazy because I got too much going on right now. I've never seen it get that crazy.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to mute the phone just so I don't have an echo. Are you here on the internet?
I'm trying to see if I got the camera's on.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. All right. I muted you on my phone.
Okay.
Are you there?
Oh, you hear me, Brandon?
Henry.
You hear me, Brandon?
You're freaking this is so amazing to meet you in real life, man. This is amazing to me. I watch you build Hank and Mini Hank and
oh my God, Brandon.
This is so cool. No, Phoenix, I know you're backstage. I'm very sorry.
Okay, this is going crazy, guys. Because
you understand what I'm saying? This is like my idol. That this is one of my YouTube guys. I'll bring you in, Miss Phoenix. No. I'll bring you in. I promise.
Hey, are you guys watching Brandon's live right now? And mine too.
Yeah, you can hit your video on and you can come in and talk
here we go.
Live to live.
Okay, so I see Brandon's. Okay, because I'm still live on my channel too, so people don't go nowhere.
Oh wow! I tried to add Phoenix. I think she
My other camera hasn't come on yet. I have another camera for my. Wait, I'll try.
Yeah, that's all right. You can add. You
Did
can
you
add
hit that
your.
link that Brandon has in there. Hey, Brandon, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. 100%. I like this format better because you can talk one-on-one.
Hold on, I gotta put this in my ear. I gotta put the earphone in because I turned on my earphone because put my earphone because it was going a little crazy. Okay, but you can't see me, can you, Brandon?
What are you asking?
Yeah, you can't see me, can you?
I can't see you. You got your thing up.
Okay, Rise of Phoenix is in there. I see.
Hi.
What's that?
Hello.
Hi. I'm meeting one of my heroes from
Hold on, let me see if I can turn my other camera on.
Okay.
Yeah, there should be like a little button that allows you to start and stop your camera.
Everybody still there waiting on me?
No, you're okay.
Say, have you tried to go over there? Because there's another person. He's got another person in this live over here on StreamYard.
This is Rising Phoenix. She's an awesome person. She's one of my friends.
Okay. Right
She
here.
she just happens to be up late night and joining us. Phoenix, this is one of
Well,
the
that's cool.
Phoenix. I want to explain to you, Mr.
Okay.
Henry. He built a robot out of cardboard. He's one of the most amazing people. He grew. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
man.
Henry. Do you mind if I sum you up?
You go right ahead, Brandon. Go right ahead. I'm
Okay,
just
all
trying
right.
to get in here.
All right. He was a mortician. Okay.
Go right ahead and sum me up.
He is a mechanic. He is oh, you're amazing. I there were like 10 skills that I ended up oh my god, I can't think right now. I've had a little bit of booze to have. I'm sorry. I
No.
can't, you know, but this is one of my most favorite people in the I would like to say he is the most interesting man in the world. That's what I would say about Mr. Henry, and I am so glad that I've connected with him actually in real life.
Oh,
You know what I
Brandon,
mean?
Brandon's having a good time.
He is. How can I find his channel, please?
Searching the Dream. Henry, can you
Yes.
are you in this application right now? Can
Yeah,
you see
I'm
the
right here.
chat?
Yes, I am, and I'm trying to
Rising,
get
you
my
can look
camera
at
to
you
work.
can look at my previous posts because I've been in his channel before. And
Yeah, but I need
Okay,
to know
everybody's still in here with me. It's all in here with me.
What's that?
his.
Hold on, I gotta find my people. Okay, what?
Well, you're separated. You're in a different.
Just eating ice cream, are you?
Yeah.
Brandon, try that.
Tell Henry. I found his
Henry.
channel.
Okay, I got. You know, this is like way over the top.
It's not that
I'm on
bad.
his
No,
live.
it's not that bad. This
I'm
is the
doing a
most
live.
simplest
You
multi-user
guys are with me.
platform that there is.
Is this
Seriously,
not wild?
it's wild for me because
Don't
I
leave me,
actually get to
Sherry. Don't
talk to
leave
you
me.
one
Don't
on
leave me.
one. I don't have to type all the shit that I wanted to say.
Oh
to
my
you,
God, this is
know?
crazy. Okay,
Isn't it?
so let me since okay, I'm hearing so much stuff going on here. Oh, let me turn this off. I gotta turn off my speaker. Okay.
Yeah, I had to turn my phone off. You got to turn one or the other off. You know.
Oh, all right, Sherry, you found this, Sherry? Can you see him? And I know you can't see me because my
This is the first time that I've ever been on somebody that was on live at the same time. So this is interesting to me. This is only
Yeah.
probably the fourth time I've been on this platform.
Oh,
You know?
nice. Yes.
yeah.
Isn't this cool, Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yes.
so.
It is neat. I still need to know his channel, like his handle, his actual handle.
His
Thank
handle
you.
is at Searching for the Dream. All one piece.
All right, let me find it on.
If you look under my subscriptions, you can find him.
I need to see if I can do that. Let's see.
I think if you click on somebody's page, you can. Searching for the Dream, I believe, right?
Yes.
Henry?
Searching for the
Dream.
Searching for
At
the dream.
Searching for the Dream.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna try
Yes.
to do it on my TV.
Yes,
first.
I'm right there.
If not, I will drop down.
I'm trying to get so I can get my camera to work, but it's not working.
Phoenix, I will.
Okay, where you guys at? Oh, wait a minute.
You.
I'm losing somebody.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm back. I found
He's-
this channel.
He's a Cali guy.
Okay, so how was it over
Oh.
there? Did you see? He's got this other lady on there right now.
Oh, cooking. Cooking, I'm sorry. Cooking said, I'm being such a fanboy right now. Yeah. Well,
Okay,
this is
this is driving me
one of my
crazy.
favorite YouTubers, and I actually get to talk to him,
That's
one
nice.
on one.
And he's cracking up.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I love Henry. He's doing
Yes.
he reinstalled his catalytic converter. It's driving down the road and testing it. He's the most amazing. I guarantee you guys, he's the most interesting person you will ever meet.
Oh my
Hype me up.
God.
And he's live now.
I'm sorry. Hey, you're
Brandon is cracking me up over
you're an
here.
awesome person, man, and you're a wonderful person and a
I
kind
can
person.
see him now on his channel.
You see
Thank
him?
you so much, Brandon.
I do.
Brandon is like a little boy because I'm on his channel with him. Oh, yes. All right.
This is the most. This is totally awesome to be able to talk to you,
Right,
man.
Rising Phoenix is checking out my channel right now.
I sure am.
That's
And how do you
wonderful.
know all these people, Brandon?
I guess what I do. I'm
That's
an
what I
insomniac.
do.
Just
Well,
do
that's awesome.
your live, Henry.
Hey,
Yes.
I was blacked out last
I
night.
know,
You
it
know
is.
why?
I'm going to. All right, Brandon.
Yes, sir.
Brandon, I got it. I'm going to go over here on my channel, and then we're going to do this again, okay?
Hey,
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Anytime, sir. Anytime, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank you guys later. Thank
Hey,
you.
take care, Hank. Have a wonderful.
All right. See you later.
Henry, I'm sorry. I called you Hank. Have a wonderful night.
Well, that was cool.
That was really cool because he's one of my late night guys because he's in California or he's on that end of the spectrum. And I'm
Yeah.
always up with him.
He was just a little overwhelmed.
Yeah. What did Munchie say?
I can't.
Brandon's being so cute. I'm a fanboy. Oh my god. Yeah. No, yeah. I'm a big fan of him. He's my yeah. I love his channel. I love hanging out with him. The problem is when he gets up at late at night, it's like it should be my bedtime,
So who's he live with?
I'm sorry?
Who is he live with? Like, who is that person?
I didn't see his live. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's live with some girl. So.
The young lady, the pretty girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been watching. I don't know who she is though.
She is pretty.
I know him. Oh yeah, she's pretty.
You did just for a pretty girl, Henry?
I think it's I don't know if he's related to her or not. I honestly don't know. I didn't watch enough of their collabs. I don't have a lot of time. I honestly
know
don't
you
have a lot of time, and
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, you're seeing me live right now.
I know. And
I
that's
got one day off, and that's tomorrow.
You do?
Yes, ma'am.
That's cool. I hope this is good. I want some beans.
I made beans today.
Did you seriously?
Black beans.
All right. I definitely have to get some.
Black beans and onions and. Oh.
I need some onions. I'm just up late because I slept early. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. 100%.
So what time do you get up, Brandon?
In
Oh
another
yeah.
week,
Are you
I'm
gonna
going to have to be at work at 7 a.m. every day, starting next week, essentially.
so you're
And
sleeping in on your day off though, right?
oh yeah, yeah. That's a unfortunate thing is I was working like 14-hour days for 6 days a week, and my day off consisted of me sleeping, waking up, getting a meal, and then going back to sleep. That's what it was, you know.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta get some beans tomorrow. I hope it doesn't rain. We've had rain 4 days in a row.
We've been in a drought in Florida. We're begging for rain in this area.
Really?
We're begging for rain. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. My lawn looks like it's just brown, you know?
Can you believe like St. Louis had a tornado? Like the city?
I believe it. Did you hear my story about the tornado?
No.
Oh my goodness. All right.
That's just nuts.
I'm driving from all right. So what I do for a living is I cook. And I cook in these country clubs. Well, they
That's
closed
cool.
down. I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, I said that's cool.
Yeah. Well, what happens is they close down. They're only open for 6 months a year. And the other 6 months, Michigan, New York, everybody opens their other country clubs for their season during the summer.
Okay.
So during the winter, Florida's a place to be. So they hire us to come drive up. So we drive up. We're driving through these fields. And I'm driving with one of my friends, Pedro. He was a Mexican guy. And he says, hey man, do you know anything about tornadoes? And I looked at him and I said, I don't know anything about tornadoes or where they're at, but I do know every picture, every video I've ever seen was happening in the exact area we're at.
Oh my.
The cornfields.
Oh my.
Because all you could see was just corn for as long as you could see while you're driving down the highway. You know?
Yeah.
And sure enough, we get to Chicago, and there's an alarm going on, and I'm trying to get some beer. He said, well, there's a tornado. Get in your bathtub. That's what they told us. Oh my goodness. Now, let me tell you, my traveling companions was a 300-pound man, me, who was about 135 pounds, and probably about 85-pound girl.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, there's a big differentiation.
Yeah.
So I went up to the gas station and all of a sudden the sirens went off. And I was like, oh, what's going on? went to the hotel, and the people are ushering me in, saying, "Get into the bathtub. That's the safest place you can be." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So my first thing walking into the room was, Pedro, the 300-pound guy, or 200-pound guy. Sorry. You are closest to the bathtub because I don't want to be in there first and you jumping on me. So
Oh my goodness.
that was it. You don't want somebody 200 pounds jumping on you.
Mm-mm. You said this would happen in Chicago?
That happened in Chicago while we're driving through Chicago. Yeah, just on the outskirts of it.
I never knew they got tornadoes at all.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I didn't know either. I'm in the gas station and the siren started. And I was just like, what's that sound? It sounded like a car alarm to me. And I said, to the gas station attendant, I said, what's going on? And he says, oh, it's just a tornado alarm. As long as you're prepared, you're okay. And to me, I had no idea how to prepare for a tornado.
Right.
I got hurricanes. I got 3 days notice. Those are the things that I got to deal with in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was real funny that oh, as long as you're prepared, you're okay. And I'm like, what do I got to tie myself to a tree? What the do I got to do? I have no clue. So I thought that was funny, but
I'm eating jail food.
ooh, I've seen a lot of videos on how to make like candy jail food and stuff like that. What you making tonight?
It's like a chili break, but it needs beans badly. It's got the some mesquite smoked beef. What is it, like smoked sausage? Kielbasa, something like that. But that's what I used, and it needs the beans.
Do you know what brand it is?
I don't, but I got it from Costco. It was very expensive. You know, I never thought about paying no $18 for 2 pounds of smoked sausages. Yeah, sausage links.
Don't do that. Don't.
I didn't know because it said $8.99.
Yeah.
It said $8.99, but the way Costco does it, it'll say in small letters $8.99 per pound. So that's where they got me. But this is worth it because it does taste good. But I gotta buy some beans, so I'm gonna have to freeze some of this because there's a lot and it's not bad.
You know what I do? What I do for my kids, especially because they're home a lot. What I was just saying on the Solomon Project tonight, I don't have that time with my wife. We had a date night last night. Probably the first Saturday I have not been on the Solomon Project because of that, because of our date night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's nice.
No, it was really cool that my wife happened to have the night off. She usually doesn't, working in retail, she usually doesn't have Saturday night off. So it was cool. But I forgot where we were going, but
Solomon Project.
Yeah, these are not the NAs that I was doing the other night. So that may affect the conversation. If you know what I mean, hon. All right.
And you know what? You're putting me on to more people that's actually up late because I'm usually always up late. But my
Oh,
usual,
insomnia? Oh, the late night crowd? Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, I need to know more people like that because my regulars are sleeping.
Yeah, no, check out Searching the Dream. He's awesome. I love, and his whole dream, Searching the Dream, is he wants to uh get his own sailboat and move
Really?
on
Wow.
and tour, go wherever he wants in his sailboat, and that's freaking awesome. I love that.
You see what I appreciate you watch people, but you pay attention.
Hmm.
You pay attention. My brain goes like a pinball machine. I show up. I don't pay attention. I show up. But
Yeah,
if you say something that makes me go, aha,
yeah,
then you have my attention.
yeah. Of course. But that's not only with you though, hon. That's with everybody. Everybody is the same way. You know.
Mm-mm. No, they're not.
Well, no, no. Some people are yeah, no. Yeah, I guess you're right. Most people, let me rephrase that. Most people think the same way. I'm not going to pay any interest to anything that I don't like. You know, that's the bottom line. I'm not going to, if somebody doesn't interest me, you know, I'm not going to pay any attention.
And it's not just not liking, it's a kind of like when the Solomon Group and when Queen's Alchemy were talking insurance, it's like insurance has a lingo, a language of its own. But they both
Yeah.
understood and they spoke it. But I'm just watching, like, I have no idea what they're talking about. And then I'm like, this
You
is
and
getting
I,
interesting.
wait, well,
Let
no,
me
no,
get my
no, no. Wait a
notebook.
minute. You and
Oh,
I went to different corners and we were kind of we had nothing to say about
yeah.
the topic.
And I'm
I'm with
waving
you.
at you like, hi,
I
Brandy.
was right. I was right there with you. I don't know if you saw me do this to you. Like, okay, they were talking. They were talking finance and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I know, but do you know it sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher? It was kind of like, well, I don't know what y'all talking.
Exactly. But I saw that with you. That's why I didn't make a comment either, because it was a lot of it was blah 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 blah.
But it was
Exactly.
genius, Brandon. It was genius. I was like, they know so much.
No, Solomon. I first off, I love Solomon. Solomon is I've known him since December. December. As a YouTuber. As a YouTuber. You know.
Mhm.
He is by far him and Miss Helms. I don't know if you see, I implore you to catch that live. Watch it when it was me and him and Miss Helms.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Um
Mhm.
watch that actual live back when it was us three talking, because I think we are the core three that I believe in. My most favorite YouTubers are those two. And
Okay.
we talk and we're straight.
Mhm.
And she's a see, this is the craziest thing is we are from different. I mean, he's a trucker from New York. She's a uh what do I call her? She's a government official from Washington, state of Washington.
Oh,
I'm a cook from I'm a lowly cook from
you are
Florida.
not lowly. Don't say that.
No, no, I'm just saying These guys have gone to college. I've never been to college. You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't make you lowly.
No. I'm just saying. But the point is that when the three of us get on the panel, we really get going, and we don't three of us do not we don't hold back. That's why I love those guys. We don't hold back, you know.
No. Look at my thing. What it says under my name.
I can't see, honey. I've had too many beers, honey. I can't,
It says
I can't read.
it says Rising Phoenix, recovering Jezebel.
Recovering just now.
No, Jezebel.
Recovering Jezebel.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Oh my goodness, you don't? That's good. that you don't.
Recovering Jezebel.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. My things were the uppers. Were your things downers?
They were downers, but the way that my brain is set up, they were uppers for real.
No, I had a friend that used to take Xanax, which is supposed to be a muscle relaxer. And it would literally be like he was on freaking crystal meth.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
He would take a Xanax pill, and he would specifically buy them for that. But that's how his brain chemistry worked, and that's how crazy that these pharmaceuticals are. Is they can,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
But listen though, you know the ADHD hyper kids, they put them on the Adderall, right? And the Adderall settles them down. But if you don't have the ADHD,
Wait. If they are, if they have that problem, if
they don't, then it makes you super hyper.
Yeah.
And you need like speeder. Them people will take. My cousin does it. She takes a whole bunch of those 5-hour energy drinks,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to equal up to that Adderall stuff.
No,
you know what I mean?
I went to when I worked in the country club up in Rhode Island. There were kids, and they were actually like inhaling the Adderall, and
Inhaling?
they called it kitty coke is what they called it. You know.
I don't want to know how they did it, but inhaling is crazy.
Yeah, no. Everybody finds a way, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's shitty, but you know.
it is. And you know what? I've been in Texas for about 4 years. And when I go back to the city where I came from, a lot of people have turned to that type of stuff, you know. And I'm like, don't you got goals? Like, this is what you're doing. You're just chasing a highlight.
No, when you're in that lifestyle, that's what you do, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. It just made me not want to go back to the city and stay there. I want my children out of there.
That's good for you. No, I'm being serious.
Oh,
I'm
no.
being serious. I think about my old friends and stuff like that, and I think about where they're at right now. You know what I mean? I'm an alcoholic. I think we talked about, didn't we talk about this before?
Yeah, we did. And so am I. I'm hungover right now.
You gonna go? You gonna leave?
No, I'm saying I'm hungover right now. I'm the type who says, no more. I can't do it no more. And then I go do it again.
Yeah. Well, that's the let's say addict. That's part of the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is I got I conquered the booger sugar.
And that's so good to do.
And you know what? That was the hardest thing in my life I've ever done. And you know what? I'm struggling with the alcohol and the cigarettes. I don't want any substance to control me. You know, basically.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I don't want nothing to control me. However, yeah, I'm stuck. I'm
Yeah.
stuck in that little. But you know what? The booger sugar,
Yeah.
it's a step down. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and my wife didn't even realize, when I married her, when I met her, when we were on our first date or so, I was probably high as a kite. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no. I can smell it in your pores. So she was really innocent, you know.
Oh, well, no, she was not innocent.
Yeah,
Her,
but innocent enough to not be able to smell it from your pores.
yeah, well, she was going through a lot. She was raising two kids. When I met my wife, let me rephrase that. When I re-met my wife, because I met my
Oh,
wife in high school. Her and I went to
oh my gosh.
school together.
Really?
Yeah, my wife and I went to school together. Um, her, um, hey, if you can read the chat, I'm not paying attention to it.
I
Um,
can't. I can't. Unless
all
I
right,
turn.
no big deal then. Then they'll just chat. Sorry, we're not
You got a
paying.
lot of people in there. You got 12 chats.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, guys. We're just not.
Sorry.
We're in a deep discussion. Yeah. I've been drinking. I can't.
But
You
Brandon,
guys
listen,
cannot tell.
I have a friend in Florida,
Hmm.
and hers was the same way. She and her husband went to school together,
Hmm.
and she never noticed him, he said. She never noticed him until he had the crush on her in sixth grade. She'd never noticed him until ninth grade.
Mm.
And
This is how my wife was when I was 16. It was her best friend. Let me rephrase that. It was my girlfriend's best friend.
wait, your wife was your girlfriend's best friend?
Yes. My current wife was at the time, girlfriend's best friend.
Well, how did y'all get together?
It was a high school thing.
What do you mean it was a high school thing?
We were all in high school together.
Okay.
All right. I had a girlfriend. I met my current wife. She was my girlfriend at the time's friend.
But when it came to you two linking up,
That was 20 years later.
20 years later.
I
So you
bumped
two
into.
never talked in high
No,
school
no, no.
like
Wait a
that.
minute. Wait a minute. No, 20 years is way too long. I'm sorry. Um, I'm talking about a high school relationship. This is how I met my current wife. She was my wife's friend. Okay. Fast
Yeah.
forward. I break up with my girlfriend. Don't know her. Don't know any of her friends. Bump into her when 1995, I'm gonna say. No, way after that. Sorry. Are you following Phoenix?
I'm totally following.
Okay.
You bump into her in 1991. I'm just trying to figure out
Well, I
how
bumped
not
into
to have
her,
these
and it was
lights in
like
your face.
she was just recently divorced. She's got 2 kids. I bump into her, and the next thing you know, we click. And then the next thing you know, we really click. And it was like, oh, you know. And then it just happened. And I consider her, like I was saying, I went on a live the other night on somebody's freaking podcast. I didn't even realize it. I mean, I'm sorry.
Brandon.
I realized it, but I was on somebody's live podcast, and I was congratulate them on being 30 years married, But
Yeah.
my point was I've been married to my wife for almost 15 years, and it was because of friendship. It was because of the, stuff like that.
Yeah. 15 years is amazing.
Mm. Well, it's like I said, I married my best friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did. And I never knew the backstory, and I appreciate you sharing it.
Thank you.
I was watching Lock Up Raw the way that I was watching YouTube now, and you know that I am on here all the time.
I don't know what lockup bra is.
It's when they film in jail.
Okay.
There's no, there's, I mean, there's editing, but there's not much,
And I'm
it's,
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's raw, like WWF Raw. It's live and direct. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was watching that just like I be on here watching YouTube. So I ended up,
Mm.
obsessing and marrying a felon just
Yeah.
because I was watching it on TV,
Well,
So
it actually happens. It actually happens. They used to do it via uh letters. They used to do it via letters.
and
You
that's
know what
how
I
I
mean?
met him. Yeah, that's what I did. And it was just so strange and crazy because now
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You have a story about this?
me,
Yes.
I'm
You
telling the
personally.
story now. I'm
Yeah,
telling it.
please.
I'm telling it
Yeah.
like I wrote one of the people, but I'm trying to
Inmates.
tell you like now, now that I'm looking at, because now they have a Love After Lockup. Now they have a
Uh,
show, and
yeah.
all these women just look desperate and just like act like they own the person, they act like the warden, the parole officer, like,
Yeah.
and that's just disgusting behavior to me.
Yeah.
I did that back when I was shallow and immature, but I married the man, you know what I mean? So
Oh, you actually are you but you're single now. You're divorced.
I'm divorced now, yes.
Okay.
I
All
ended
right.
up getting with uh
I don't know your story. That's why I'm asking. I'm sorry.
I know
And
it's
if they're too personal, by all means, tell me.
oh no, 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 no. It don't bother me. It just
Mhm.
sometimes when I tell my story and stuff, it triggers other people. So I try
Yes.
not to tell it. You
Yeah.
know,
No, I understand that 100%.
like Yolanda shared so much that, she usually does not, but she's heard so much come from me.
Mm.
And I appreciate her doing that, you know.
I'm gonna tell you one thing between you, me, Yolanda. Um, yeah, there is a comfort level because There's that trust. You know, I can't explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
it is, but
I
you
don't know if you feel it or I think Yolanda feels it, but I I don't know.
oh, I do.
I think we all came from different places, different
Yeah,
things, but I think we can all relate to one another
of
in,
course.
you
And
know,
she doesn't get emotional much on live. So when, and I'm
she did.
usually
She
there. So
did.
when I wasn't there, I felt bad. But
She
I was
did the
glad
other
you were there.
day.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was. And Solomon was there too. And he's the one he's the one that got me to start doing lives because I got onto his lives before I got into actually um doing my own.
Oh, so you haven't been going live very long? Because when you got live with Vegan Kings, that's the first one I saw of yours. And then you just started showing up, and I just started showing up back to you.
Yes, no, I was no Vegan Kings is the first person that got me. He was my mentor. I'm not gonna. He was my mentor.
Yeah.
Um, as far as teaching me everything like that, getting me in, and I met Solomon through them. However, actually, Solomon had this platform, this exact platform that we're on right now, where you can actually speak to one another, and it wasn't that little page where you got to read the comments and reply to them, etc.
Yeah.
Um, that's what. Um, but not well. Wait a minute. Not only that, Solomon and I connected much more than that. You know. Um, I you know what I mean.
No.
So, however, um, vegan vegan showed me a lot. Vegan showed me a lot. He was the one that introduced me to everything in here. And I give him a lot of respect and I give him a lot of and I told him when he didn't agree with my decisions on something, I believe my last words were to him were whatever you feel, I will always consider you a friend. That was kind of the last that's our thing. But I do. I always endearing to him, and I always respect him and appreciate him. Uh, I don't know. This is a touchy subject. you know.
Yeah.
So
So your friend searching for the dream, does he do a lot of like react videos?
no, not at all. He's an old man. He's a very old man, and his dream is to be able to live on a sailboat.
I think that's awesome, but it's also
Y-
scary.
What's that?
I said I think that's awesome, but it's also scary.
He's a retired man. He is the most interesting man I've
Man
ever
in the
met,
world.
and he's a very intelligent man. He was a mortician. Um,
That is awesome. I would love to hear about that.
he is. I can guarantee you. You can go into his channel, and if you actually go on a one-on-one talk, like if like you and I are right now,
Yes.
he he would blow your freaking mind. I had to do this over chat. And I learned this man, and he is one of the most amazing people let me rephrase that. The most interesting people that I've ever met. He's done everything. He's a mechanic.
That's cool. I think that his house setup is interesting as well. I'm watching like one of his shorts. So, did you mute? Check your mute.
Thank you.
I do it all the time.
It's funny. We all do. I've been it always happens.
Oh, I was really drunk last night and I timed out Desi for 24 hours on the accident.
What's the deal with the shower head?
Oh, my sister paid $90 for it, and
We just
when
said I'm drunk. $90 shower head or something, whatever the thing was.
yeah, and I'm trying to, take a picture and take a video and record it, and my sister's lifting my elbow up, to
Mm-hmm.
get my shot to go up, and then she starts tickling me, to make me laugh. So she's always sabotaging.
Yeah.
And when I'm in the bar, she's doing the middle finger. So it's like, come
Oh
on,
yeah.
man, I'm trying to do content. But she just does what,
Are you
a
not
sister
allowed to
would do.
put the middle finger up?
No, you are, but it's just like she just did it. Random.
I peeped back. This happened actually this evening. I looked back on the line to see how the cooks were doing because I expedite on Sunday nights. I don't know. You worked in the food.
Yes, I know it.
Expediting it. Okay, so I'm on the front door dealing between the kid. Yeah, I'm the middleman basically. So I just stick my head back into the kitchen, and I get my buddy, and he's going, who's also my boss. So of course, you know what I do? I do the
Yeah.
double. I do the double tap. I wipe my eyes. You know. So
How long have you been doing the country club cooking?
the place that I'm currently working at, I've been there for 20 years.
20 years.
Yes, and this is the first country club. No, I'm sorry. Rhode Island, Narragansett, the Dunes Club was the very first place I worked at. In
Wow.
Narragansett, Rhode Island, and I was like 25 years old at the time. I'm 48 now, so
That's amazing.
I used to work in restaurants and bars and grills. Once I got into the country club aspect of it, I said, "Oh shit, this is where it's at."
Really?
Yeah.
My friend, she runs one of those in
Country
uh,
club or restaurant?
country club.
Yeah. She's one of
That's
the managers
amazing.
there. What's that?
But it's like inside. She's like in charge of the cook part inside the country club. She doesn't run the whole country club.
She's like food and beverage manager.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So I just think that's neat. Like I tried to get a job at one and I never got hired. And I was just like, wow, that's kind of like an elite
Mm.
thing, You're not many are called, few are chosen type thing. Like,
Yeah.
um,
Well, in my club, generally, most people know somebody. We're all related. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like I'm working with the original baker, his daughter, and her daughters are food runners. You know what I mean? It's
I love doing food
multi-generational.
running
You know,
too.
I was just one of my yeah, that's fun because you you're out there. Well, see, this is the reason, because you're a social person like I am.
I'm not
You
social
enjoy.
though. That's the thing.
You don't like meeting new people. You don't like talking to them. See, I got the wrong
Here's the
impression
thing.
from you then.
I'm always usually alone. I'm always by myself. But
Oh,
I'm talking.
really?
Yeah. This
You
is
and
a
I are
new.
complete opposites then. Do you realize that? Because
Yes.
I'm always talking to everybody.
I know. I see that.
I always am.
And I'm the one where everybody's looking at me because I'm in my own little world. I'm in my own bubble doing my own content.
Mm-hmm.
So I do see you walk up to people and it's just like it just flows with you. And I'm more, you know, I'm just the one that you
That's
see with
not
the
your
camera.
thing. You're more an introvert than an outro. See, I'm. That's funny. It's not funny. I thought the other way, because like when I'm watching you do your lives and stuff like that, I was like, oh my god, this lady's so cool. She's doing all this stuff. I thought the complete opposite, to be honest with you. I was like,
No, like I'm learning myself just as you guys are learning me because I
mm,
was just lost in the whirlwind for years.
oh,
I was
well,
in the life for years. So now
okay,
that I'm just getting to know myself and just like, you know what? When you do leave the cigarettes and alcohol on, you're going to get to know yourself.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you just other people's going to learn the same time you learn, and that's what everybody's doing with me. I'm just I'm just learning like who is this lady? And you know, just as you are.
How long have you been sober?
I'm not sober.
Oh, well,
I
I thought
go
you were sober.
through I'll go days, weeks. I'll go a month without drinking, but then I'll
Hmm.
binge, you know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
if I have to put a date on it,
No, I'm an alcoholic. I do it every freaking day. But you know what I trained what I started doing with the last few nights. That's why I'm so lucid tonight, by the way, is because I've been buying those non-alcoholic beers.
yeah,
So in between, I'll start like drinking the non-alcoholic beers. So I'm not consuming as much alcohol as quickly as I normally do. Does that make sense?
it makes sense, but I heard that they still put a trace of alcohol in there, and nobody knows that.
Yeah, but all right, think of me right now and then go Google my first Solomon project. The Solomon project, my first live with him. Yeah. Okay, you'll see a difference at this time of night.
And that's
You
what you and
understand what I'm
Yolanda's got
saying?
in common too. You guys shout a lot of people out, and that's amazing.
What's that?
You and Yolanda got that in common. You guys shout a lot of people out, and that connects people.
No, we got connections. We got common friends. You know, when I see somebody that I like and I enjoy hanging out with, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
there was somebody from a completely different group that I connect with from a
yeah.
completely different thing, Lady Pug. And Solomon, the first thing he asked was, "Do you know this lady, Lady Pug?" And she just made the quote Brandon with caps, and I was like, I had to think for a second because I'm and when she came on, I was like, yeah, I know Lady Pug. Yes, yes, I do. It took me a second, but yeah, yeah, she's from such and such channel, but and it's funny because I say I've got such a shitty memory, and I really do. I really have a bad memory, but I
Is that from the
remember
alcohol?
it's probably,
Because mine is the same way. I'm the same way.
but I remember things that are just you know
I can
Yeah.
remember movies, stuff like that. Oh,
Yeah.
can I give you an interview while you're here?
Please do.
Okay. What is your favorite book?
My favorite book is, oh, I don't know the name of it, but listen, it's kind of like, oh, I don't know the name of it, but it's by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I read it in jail,
Okay.
but it's a black book, and that's all I can tell you. And it's out of print. They don't print it anymore.
Mm.
But
Have
that's
you?
what made me want to write a book. And I've been writing this book since I've been in jail in 2009. That's how long I've been writing this book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a procrastinator.
No, but you should work on it and get it done. Have you ever read the book Iceberg Slim Pimp?
No, I never got into those books. I'm scared to.
I think
Um,
that you would I personally, just knowing you just through our conversations and stuff like that, I think that you would benefit from reading that book.
I'm kind of scared to read them books because it shows me how dangerous the streets are. I was out there like invisible, but I was not.
It
I
shows you
was.
it's unfortunate. Well, this is I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
You read it though, right?
Oh, yes. Oh,
More
yes.
than once or no?
Yeah. Probably more than once. Yeah.
See, the stuff you know is insane. You blow my mind with this
It's
stuff.
it's psychology of how to manipulate people, essentially. But by reading that, identify when somebody's trying to manipulate me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do, but I don't because I wasn't street smart. The person who taught me to be street smart died. So, if somebody's your college professor and you got 4 semesters, but they die in the second semester, you're kind of lost, you know? And you don't trust anybody else to teach you the same thing that your favorite professor taught you.
Hmm. Well,
So I was dumb.
the only reason that I suggest that book is because it gives you the opportunity to see how easily people are manipulated. And looking at that, you can make yourself not one of those people
I know,
and
but
understand when somebody's trying to manipulate you. Does that make sense?
it does, but it's going to send me down a rabbit hole because if you look at the education system, the people in the streets, they didn't get
Yeah.
their education was crap.
Oh, yeah.
They spent most of their
Oh, yeah.
time suspended fighting.
I never made it out of high school. I never even made it out of high school.
You made it into high school though, right?
Yeah.
Because there's people that never made it in. Like my
Yeah,
grandma and
no,
grandpa,
you're right. I'm not
my
arguing with
grandma and
you.
grandpa never made it in.
Hmm.
My I think my grandma or grandpa had a second grade education. That's it.
There was an article in our newspaper probably about 20 years ago about a lady who never learned how to read.
Yeah.
At 68 years old, she ended up like going to the college and actually learning how to read just through the free programs through, which was awesome. That's great. You can kiss those freaking things goodbye with the current administration, but
I had a neighbor like that, and
Mm-hmm.
he mowed grass a lot, and he was a mechanic, but he didn't know how to read either.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he learned by what people told him and what he saw. But
No,
to
if you're talking about illiteracy,
yeah,
yes, I one of my best friends was illiterate, and he would learn the street signs. Like if Forest Hill Boulevard, it had an FH, and he would ask me, "What street is that? Is that FH?" He knew the alphabet, but he didn't know how to read. You know,
mm,
so Forest Hill would be FH, and he would say, like, how do you figure that out? You know,
wait, do y'all have one in Florida, Forest Hill?
what's that?
Do you guys have a Forest Hill in Florida too? Because there's some in Texas.
Yeah, no, Forest Hill is a major throughway. Yeah, Forest Hill
It's like
Boulevard, Forest Hill Boulevard.
it's a neighborhood here.
Okay.
I like your interview questions too, by the way.
Mine
Yeah, they're interesting.
to you?
You're
I
welcome.
interview questions to you or to
Yeah, to me.
oh oh okay. Thank you. I don't know. I think I'm a good interviewer because I like to know I don't know. I like to know the dirt. I like to know the nitty gritty of the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can relate. This is the best thing is I can relate to a lot of aspects of a lot of the people that I'm talking to, and I can understand. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Thank you for saying that. That makes me
You're welcome.
just that makes me smile.
That's good.
Look
I'm
like
just
you.
happy that more people are doing StreamYard. You know,
I
it's
think it's
cool.
cool. I really think it's cool that they got Henry to go on tonight. That was really awesome. That
Yeah.
was the first time I've spoken to him, and I've known him for 4 months.
He was so overwhelmed though because he was already live, and he has a structured channel. So when it's like off and discombobulated, all he could do is zap.
No, but he's a very, very smart guy. And he's yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that I was able to talk to you
I
gotta
know. That's
understand,
cool.
I got into um he's one of the guys that I can well, first off, he's in California, so I seldomly can get his lives. But when I had insomnia, I was like on his live every night. Like
Wow.
and I was talking to him and I was just chit chatting with him. You know, I watched him in the background in it. If you watch his lives, he's got this big giant cardboard
I've
creature.
seen it.
He made that robot through cardboard, like he pieced it together with cardboard, his own artistic ability, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we were on live one night and he was like, "Oh, I want to auction it away, but I got to break it down, and this and that." And I was on live and I was like, "Why don't you just make a mini version of him?" And he was just like, I could see him like, no, wait, I don't know if you can see my eyeballs, but I was talking to him and I said, "Why don't you just make a little mini eyeball or mini version of it, and then you can ship it the template?" And he just went like this. While he was on camera, and I knew he was like, I could see when I talked to Henry, just from watching him on video for so long, I could see how his brain's ticking, and it was just like he was like, "That's a great idea. We're gonna do that. We're gonna make," and he did that, and he shipped it to his like 500th viewer or whatever it was at the time. But
Really?
I forget. Oh, Max is getting crazy.
And you got to catch that. See? That is, I mean,
Mhm.
stuff like that is just, it's
Mhm.
cool. It's like humanity is amazing. Stuff like that, it just makes life worth living. It's
It's
cool,
true. It's
you know?
really true though. You know,
It's neat.
it really is. You gotta, appreciate everything.
I'm gonna, because you brought that book up for a reason. I'm gonna look up like some inserts, excerpts, inserts.
Now get the book. Read the book.
I'm scared to
Read the
read the
book from
book.
start to
I'm
finish.
scared. I'm scared. They're gonna be
Don't
so.
be scared. Don't be scared. It's not a bad book. It's honestly not. It's not like sorry, dog's acting up.
It's okay.
Don't no, don't be scared. That's one of the best reads I've ever had in my life. And to be honest with you. And it teaches you how people think, but not only how people think, but how people take advantage of that.
Do you
And
feel like that's
that's the
happened?
whole key. What's that?
Do you feel like that's happened to you? And then like you read the book and then you be like, oh well, never again.
Mm, not with me personally, but I've seen it with people around me.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
A lot, yes.
Yeah. So when when I read that book, I was like, oh. Then there was a whole nother thing. It was a digital page, and it was basically a page on how to manipulate people. I read this whole article, and don't get me wrong, I personally won't utilize this article.
I know that, Brandon.
I'm not gonna take advantage. I'm not gonna take advantage of somebody, and I'm not gonna manipulate them.
We know that.
But people are very easily manipulated. Period. Point blank.
I
You can be
know.
very easily manipulated. You know.
Yeah.
Um, but it was called The Pimp's Handbook, which I read. And basically, what people do is they target. You don't. If you're going after a girl, this is from a male's perspective. You know,
Okay.
if you're going after a girl, you don't go for the ones. You don't go for the hot, sexy ones, the models, the ones that are the cheerleaders, this and that.
The baddies, they're called now, Brandon.
What's that?
They're called baddies now.
No, well, that's okay. You don't go after them. What you do, Michelle, good night. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see you in. Michelle, thank you so much for coming. I'm sorry so much. I've been in deep conversation with Phoenix.
Right.
So what you do is you don't focus on those. You focus on the ones that are attracted to you. And the actual handbook was how to focus on the girls that are attracted to you. Because once you realize that somebody is attracted to you, you hold the cards, basically, essentially. And because
I know, but what if a baddie is attracted to you?
then she's not a baddie. Then she's on
What
you do you understand what I'm saying?
I
You
kind of
find
do
out.
because like you know, like the stuck up chicks, they feel like, oh, well, I'm the one that gets chosen. I don't choose people.
Exactly. However, you can tell. You can tell. Well, I know you personally. You've had experience in the adult field
Lots,
a little
lots.
bit,
Yeah,
a little bit. So, you know when somebody's got that little look in their eye, and
absolutely.
boom, that's where you take control from then on. You know,
I know, but
basically.
I hate that. I
Read that
hate it.
book. Read that book. Read that book from start to end. Don't get the freaking sub notes. Get that book. Read it.
Okay. I won't get the
If you have
sub.
a P.O. box, I'll mail it to you. I
Why do
got a
I need a
copy.
PO?
What's that?
Why do I need a PO? I trust you.
Oh, well, you know what I mean. I don't know. I'm thinking about getting a P.O. box just so I can send stuff back and forth because I've only
Yeah,
started
I send Tulu
YouTube
stuff.
in November. What's that?
My friend Tulu, he put his PO box on there, and I sent him something, and he
Mm-hmm.
was happy because I didn't tell him about it. He just got it,
Mm-hmm.
and he just was so nice about it. He was very appreciative.
That's good. I see Tulu on your lives a lot. Or
He
on
is
your
amazing.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know who Tulu is. I haven't met him or
He
her.
speaks car, and I don't speak car, but I watch him because he's supportive, and I'm supportive. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, hey, I'll learn it
Speaks
later.
car. He's in Africa.
No, car, like he speaks car language, like he understands cars, old school cars. I don't
Hmm.
get it. I don't get it. You
I went to
know,
mechanic school, so I'd probably get him. Maybe I could be your translator.
yeah, they're into like restoration and
Oh
making,
yeah.
like 80s, 90s cars that they don't make anymore.
Shit.
Yeah.
One of my vehicles I restored was a 1978 Volkswagen Bug. I
And
drove
you
that little guy around.
like a slug bug and you get slapped,
No, no, like a bug, like a Volkswagen Bug, like a
but it's
Beetle.
a, yeah, those are the
And then
ones
the
where they
back of
say
it, it
slug
doesn't have
bug.
a trunk. So you know what I
Mm,
did?
what?
I worked. My buddy worked at a sound place. We
Uh-huh.
put giant speakers in it. You know.
Hold on. Uh, okay. I didn't know I had three windows open. Sorry about that.
That's right.
Yeah. Excuse me, good Lord.
Oh my god, I had a lot of comments that I neglected, and I feel
You have
so bad.
19. Can you see them?
Yeah, I can see them if I scroll up. I just get the last few. Tracy's awesome. Michelle, I just saw Michelle at the last minute when she said
Tracy
goodnight.
popped in. I'm sorry. I don't ignore you guys.
No, we got into good. We got into good conversation. We got so deep in the conversation that
I know.
there's Cartman. Cartman stopped in cooking with the munchies. Oh my goodness.
That's your people's. I didn't even share it out, you know.
What's that?
I didn't even share it out. I usually share it out.
No, that's okay.
So once we're done and then it's posted, I'll share it out and then you'll start seeing my people roll in. You
Yeah,
know,
same, but same. You
we're
know,
building communities, but you know what I'm saying? You got yours, I got mine. Some of ours are mutual, but it's just like yours is like it's amazing because you showed up for them, so they show up for you, you know?
no, I love that's kind of what I I I I love the socialness of I'm a social butterfly. I don't know if you could tell or not, but
I
I love to chit chat and meet new people and talk and learn people and you know
yeah.
talk with people.
Well, I'm glad you left the bar scene alone, it seems like. I went to the bar twice last night.
Mm.
I don't like it.
I was there. I was just working on the other end. You know.
Yeah, but that's different. Like actually going to enjoy it and play the jukebox.
Yeah.
Or did you have like a jukebox song? Let me interview you.
Yeah. Sure. Go ahead.
Did you have a favorite jukebox song? That's my only question.
It depended on my mood. Okay. But I can tell you 100% was my unfavorite jukebox
For
song.
real?
Yeah, because I worked in the bar and everybody played it every freaking day, all
Let's
day,
do
all night.
the
And it
drum
was
roll.
Hotel California.
No. Come on
They
now.
played it constantly 24/7. Everybody that put a freaking dollar in the jukebox, that's the song they would freaking play. And so all night
Come
I'm
on, man.
working and I hear that song 10 times a night. And yeah, I got
Let
so
me let me tell you a little story about last night then.
uh, you played Hotel California?
No, but I met this man.
Uh-huh.
I met this man and he looks like this singer named this rapper named TQ who sings West Side in California. And TQ has he he's a black guy, he's a rapper, and he redid Hotel California,
Hmm.
but black.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that because like I just met him at the bar and I'm like, dang, this dude looks like TQ. And when of course I went up to him because like he didn't say nothing to us while we were there, but when it was time for the bar to close, he walked up to us and said bye, which is weird. Like that is not all you're about to say to me. So when he was walking out, he was talking about,
When the
his
lights turn off, everything's different.
I know, but like he never said nothing until it
You
was
and I
time to
know
go.
it's last call. That's it.
But I'm like, it's weird that you said that song because TQ made the song and I meet this guy last night and I'm just like, but he's a walking red flag. I would not with that one. I just wanted to meet somebody who
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
that bar more than I
That's
do.
good. It's good that you know the red flag.
Oh yeah.
You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean?
Definitely. It's
Yeah.
called discernment and I just learned that term.
I don't know what that means. Oh, no, no. Discernment means to understand what's
I,
what people are about.
you peep in the play. I mean and it
Yes,
just
exactly. That's a simplified way to put it. Yes.
but you know what? You got people
Mm.
who they'll see red flags all day long and still keep going. I used to be that person.
Yes. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't give a and I didn't care. I
Oh,
just
me
so
too.
what?
Oh, my girlfriends
Watch out for that.
when I was single, oh my God.
Yeah.
They were very self-destructive girls. I love that though. I love the
Why?
I I don't know. It wasn't I mean I, I didn't have any commitment to them or anything, but
Well, who would want to?
I saw it for what it was and I dealt with it and I don't know. We could get, if we weren't on YouTube, we could get into more discussions about like what
I
what
know.
went on, but yeah. I mean, I was a swinger, I guess you could say. The easiest ways I could explain it was, yeah, I was a swinger. I we didn't really
And
care. We didn't really care about that kind of stuff.
no,
There's
and the
no
streets
commitment.
don't care either.
There's no commitment. There was just you're good. I'm good. Okay, let's go. That was
Yeah,
it.
the streets is the same way. They don't care.
Yeah. Oh, more so. More so. Because I cared, because these were friends, but we didn't have any commitment. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, very much.
Yeah. We were friends. Um it didn't matter, you know. We
Yeah,
shared relations, so to speak, you know.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever did that with friends though, but it's interesting to hear about it. Mine were worse. Mine were strangers.
Oh, well, perhaps because you felt safer with that, because there's no retributions later. You know what I mean?
But there
You
is
understand what I'm
lots.
saying? You had an escape route. You didn't have to stay. Or you didn't have to deal with the person the next day.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
that's why that made you feel safer. I don't know.
mm,
I'm
no, there's lots of retributions though. You know,
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, and in the immediate moment, it's not. You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying? When you hook up with a
yeah,
friend, it's like when you hook up with somebody you know, or um one of my big things is you don't hook up with somebody you work with. Um, never, no matter what. And I've almost lied, but I've almost never. It's like kind of one of my rules. You don't hook up with somebody in the workplace, because you're gonna have to deal with them one way or another. You know?
okay, but can we discuss a scenario?
Okay, yeah, by all means.
If you did, is it just going to go to your grave, or are you going to tell somebody that tell another coworker? Because that's what I did. I told a coworker,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
this man denied me, like, denied that it happened.
Yeah. Um,
I still have resentment, Brandon.
I understand that. Yeah.
But what do you do in your situation? Is it going to the grave, or are you going to tell somebody?
When I was in that lifestyle and I was running that way, I didn't give a shit what anybody said or what anybody did. You know what I mean? I can't. But at the same time, like I said, my life was separate from my work experience at the time, you know? So, and like I said, I make a point to never date coworkers, period, point blank. That's one of my like rules in life. Let me rephrase that. That was one of my rules in life. I'm a happily married man right now. I got 4 kids.
Yeah.
I'm I'm very happy. Um, but at that time, it's a different scenario. You know what I mean? With
Yeah.
me.
I think I messed with about 10 of them.
What's that?
10 coworkers.
Oh,
But you know what made me the
Well, I
maddest
see it in
was,
my. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
oh, it's
in
fine.
my industry, that
Mm.
happens a lot. The waiters and the cooks and the waitresses and the cooks and the you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
And I see it, and I just see the freaking downfall a lot of times of
I
people.
toned it down to flirting.
No, don't date in the workspace.
I don't
Period. Point blank.
anymore.
Well,
I'll flirt.
you learned a valuable lesson, you know.
Yeah, and it still bothers me to this day.
I'm sure it does.
Like today, just today, Brandon, just yesterday, I had to tell him, and I had to put it on my mom, and I didn't have to, but I did just to show him, hey, I'm not messing with you no more. He still don't get it. He still don't get it. I've been away like 3, 4 years, and he still don't get that he still thinks that he has access and he doesn't, you know?
Yeah. No. That's
It's
why
kind of like,
I canceled my Facebook account because I was with my current wife.
yeah.
She was my girlfriend at the time. We weren't married yet.
Hmm.
And I got on Facebook, and one of my exes sent me a very provocative shot, a picture of her, and my wife accidentally accessed my page instead of hers and saw it because we only had one computer at the time, you know.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Who the hell is this sending this pictures?" You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, that's one of my exes." And then the red flags went up in her head. She's going, "Oh, what do you mean?" Yeah. I said, "Listen, I haven't talked to this girl in 3 years.
Excuse me.
This is a random thing, you know.
Yes.
If I'd have been single, I'd have been driving over to her home that night. You know what I mean?
Yes.
However, I was living in a different situation at the time, and I was like, oh. Then all these other exes started like popping in. I was like, okay, all right, I gotta just delete this. I gotta get out of here, you
Blast
know,
from the
because I
past.
was getting serious with my wife. It was before I married her. It was probably about 2 years before I married her. But leaving that kind of lifestyle and going into a committed relationship, it meant basically disowning myself from a lot of people in general, you know. It's
How
almost
did you
like
feel about that, though?
what's that?
How did you feel about that? Was you happy to do that, or did you kind of
I'm
miss?
happy to do it. Yes, I was.
That's
This
good.
is my wife is the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to me in my life. You
That's
know?
good.
Yeah.
That's good. I wish I treated my husband that same way, but I didn't. you know.
However, it took a lot of work, and it's okay. And what there's an old lady that she's like 82 years old that works with me, and she looks at me and she goes, "Oh, this and that," and she's always criticizing me about everything I do, you know,
Yeah.
as an older woman. Hey Max, stop, please stop, not now, please. No. Um, she criticizes me about everything, and like, oh my god, you're so, this and that. And she said something, I wish I could quote her, I really do, because she said something the other day that was like, I I forgot. I'm sorry. I've been drinking. The beers have gotten to me for sure. And Max, I shh. Come on, let's go inside. Let's go inside. Let's see if I can lure him inside.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Do you
Come
need
on.
me to drop down?
What's that?
Do you need me to drop down? I will.
I think I'm gonna end it for the night. But it was a wonderful conversation with you.
Yeah, always.
I don't know. Oh, 2:57 a.m. Michelle, is that late at night right now?
No, I got 2:19, so
Three.
it's 3:19 where you are.
It's 3:19 for me. Jesus Christ, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So I will talk to you
I got
later.
the morning off. I could sleep it off. I'm all right. So,
That's
but you
good.
have a wonderful night.
You too. You too.
It's always a pleasure talking to you. And
Thank you.
anytime you're around.
Thank you.
But yeah, if it's 3 a.m., we should call it a night.
All right, I'm gonna look up that book.
I gotta go. Yes, please read it. Just
I will.
read it. It was yeah, read it because it gets into the details of manipulation and
All
how
right.
it works basically.
Signing off.
Good
Bye.
night. Thank you for joining us, Phoenix. Have a wonderful night, guys. Jesus Christ.